It was quite a weekend in Oakland for the A's. The youth movement is in full effect for the green and gold, and it is already starting to show. 3 games versus the defending American League champion Cleveland Indians, and it all ended in a 3-game sweep for the Athletics. The youngsters shined and are really gaining confidence at the big league level. Bob Melvin and the boys have now won 7 out of the last 9, and tonight they continue their homestand versus the wild card leading Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays are having a great season and will look to survive versus a red-hot Athletics team. A's Rays, Game 1, next. Well, after sweeping the Indians, the A's set their sights on the Tampa Bay Rays and see if the youngsters can put on a show again. Matt Chapman, he'll be in the lineup tonight, and the starting pitcher tonight for the A's is Daniel Gossett. It's the Oakland A's and the Tampa Bay Rays. It's coming up on NBC Sports California, powered by Xfinity. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball. I'm Glenn Kuiper. Well, quietly, the Tampa Bay Rays are having a very, very fine season. They're right in the middle of this wild card race. They're right in the middle of the division race in the American League East. They are the #1 wild card team right now. They're only 3 games back in the division. They hit a bunch of home runs, and they're led by Corey Dickerson, who was an all-star for the very first time. So this team, with the trading deadline coming up, will probably be adding some players. Now to join me to talk more about the Rays is Ray Fosse, my broadcast partner. And Ray, you think about the Rays, and they got Wilson Ramos back now. He's off the disabled list. A very fine offensive player, although he's not playing tonight. This team has a chance.
You know, the great thing about the Rays, they're in a division where they don't spend a lot of money, yet they continue to win because of great pitching. They know how to play the game. They play it right. And I think the biggest thing for them in that market where they don't draw a lot of people, they don't spend a lot of money, you're always pulling for them to be a good team, and they seem to do exactly that.
We've had a lot of fun watching Matt Chapman. Wow. Ray, only 14 games in the big leagues, but even with just 14 games, you can see why this young man has a chance to be a special player.
The complete package. They talked about being a gold glover. This is the play right here. He uses his glove, transfers to his throwing iron, and this play in Seattle, you won't see a better play than this that he made across the diamond, to the point that Alonso just took it easily. His power, how about 2-in-1 game against Corey Kluber, one of the best pitchers in the American League. This shot to straightaway center on his fastball, way up high off the center field batter's eye. He is the package that you're going to get a chance to watch this young man play for a lot of years in the green and gold.
All right, the A's will send Daniel Gossett to the mound. The Rays will send their own young right-hander. His name is Jake Odorizzi. So game 1 of this 3-game series, A's are looking to stay hot after sweeping the Indians. We'll line up some first pitch from the Coliseum right after this.
On NBC Sports California is brought to you by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. By Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places. And by Jack in the Box. Come try the new sweet or spicy barbecue bacon cheeseburger and chicken sandwich. Limited time only.
So here come the Athletics as we are just about set for game one of this three-game series against the Tampa Bay Rays. As Daniel Gossett set to make his seventh start. Game time weather for tonight is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is open daily. Nice night, 68 degrees as it has cooled off a little bit in the Bay Area. And so, night game tonight, night game tomorrow, and then a day game on Wednesday for this three-game set. Starting lineup is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, and here it is for the Rays. Malik Smith, well, he was tough on the A's in St. Petersburg when the A's were there. He's in the leadoff spot. The All-Star Dickerson will hit second, Longoria third, Morrison fourth. Logan Morrison having a big season. Souza, Miller, Beckham, Echeverria, the new shortstop, and Sucre. That's the lineup.
Daniel Gossett will make the start his seventh as a member of the Athletics. Coming up in his third start, he picked up his first Major League victory. His last three, a couple of losses and a no decision. His last start was on the 9th of July. That was against the Seattle Mariners in Seattle. So Gossett, of course, a good curveball that he likes to feature, facing the Rays for the first time.
So Malik Smith steps up. Left-handed hitter, lots of speed. And the first pitch of the ball game from Gossett is in for a strike.
Watches.com for
Smith at 311 with a homer and 5 RBIs. Dickerson to follow, and then Longoria. He bunts it up over the backstop, and it's quickly 0-2. Umpires, Lance Barrett is calling balls and strikes. Bill Wilkie is the crew chief. He's at first. Jim Reynolds is at second. Brian Knight is at third. And there is Mr. Bill Wilkie.
Good guy to keep off the bases, even though first pitch strike. Then he attempted a bunt to try to get on base. Anytime you can keep the speedsters off the base paths, that's always a plus. Especially when you have an all-star in the on-deck circle and a long-time face of the franchise in Evan Longoria.
This one rolled to the right side. Lowry's got to be quick. He is, and Malik Smith is retired. So that's out number one. Defensively, Davis, Brugman, and Joyce in the outfield. Chapman, Simeon, Lowry, and Alonso on the infield. And Bruce Maxwell is your catcher. So here's Corey Dickerson. Dickerson at 312, 17 home runs, and 42 runs batted in. He was the designated hitter for the American League in the All-Star game. Voted in. And look at those numbers.
Yeah, you beat out Nelson Cruz as a DH. You're doing something, which he did, and congratulations to him. A great season, just one of the several players on the Rays. Reason they're in contention.
So that got a piece of Lance Barrett, home plate umpire.
Did you get Maxwell also? Because there's a former catcher, knows what it's all about. Kevin Cash, the manager. The Tampa Bay Rays took over when Joe Madden went to the Chicago Cubs. Good friend of Terry Francona, as he was part of the coaching staff of the American League that beat the National League 2-1.
2 pitch swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Dickerson is quickly retired, and that's 2 outs here in the first inning.
You know, as we always say, pitchers are usually, they have the advantage when they're facing the team for the first time.
In the third position,
and
third baseman,
for Daniel Gossett to be able to get the curveball, throw the perfect curveball, get the strikeout. It's a good way to start the game.
A pitch cast brought to you by Penn Fed Credit Union. First pitch a little bit outside to Evan Longoria. Longoria, another solid season, 267, 13 home runs, 55 runs batted in. Just keeps doing the same thing every year.
Yes, he does. He's down in St. Petersburg. They had a scheduled doubleheader on a Saturday. A strange thing to happen, but they did, and Longoria won the first game with the walk-off.
And he lines that one to left field, the base hit. Davis has to hustle over. He backhands it. Longoria will hold at first with a single.
See, there's the difference of the curveball that he struck out Dickerson and the curveball at Longoria that stayed up, and you can't make a mistake to Longoria, and you hope that it's going to be just a single. There's the curveball, stayed up enough for him to hammer it into left field. Chance for anybody to get it on the infield, get to it quickly in the outfield for Chris Davis, and get the throw back in. Strong throw coming in from KD.
So here's Logan Morrison, the cleanup hitter. He's having a big season. 257, 26 home runs, 61 RBIs. By far the best season of his career.
Whoa. Compared to last year, huge difference, and especially in what we saw when the A's were in St. Petersburg. When A's were there, didn't even have a run batted in. What a season he's having.
A 1 pitch is blocked by Maxwell. Well, his best season, just looking back here, was 2011 with Florida. He hit 247 with 23 homers and 72 RBIs. Already got 26 and 61.
And you look in the American League alone, and not even thinking about the National League, but Justin Smoke, Logan Morrison, Yonder Alonso, 3 first basemen that really have come into their own this season.
Shift is on. This one's popped up. Maxwell, he's got room, makes the catch near the on-deck circle, side retired. So hitting a runner left for the Rays. And when we come back, the A's will come to bat. Athletics. Their lineup is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. And here it is. Matt Joyce, Marcus Semien, Yonder Alonso. And Chris Davis is in the cleanup spot, followed by Lowry. Brian Healy. See his career numbers against the Rays last year and this year. Then Maxwell, Chapman, and Brugman.
Jake Odorizzi, the veteran right-hander for the Tampa Bay Rays, did not start against the Athletics in Florida. Making the start tonight, had a couple of starts last year. Got an assortment of pitches, including a split-finger fastball that he will throw.
So defensively for the Rays, Dickerson, Smith, and Souza in the outfield. And Echeverria is the shortstop. Longoria is at third. Beckham and Morrison on the right side with Sucre doing the catching. So here come the A's in the bottom of the first. Matt Joyce stepping in. Joyce had 226, 11 home runs, 36 runs batted in, and the first pitch, a touch outside from Jake Odorizzi.
A good weekend of baseball for the Athletics, and something they would like to continue. See if we could have Road Brazil be a genius in talking about the A's in the playoff contention. Well, they had 79 games to go start in the second half. If they go 78-1, they got a pretty good chance.
I would say they got a chance to get in. Yep. Not that we're asking a lot.
And you might be thinking, who are they going to lose the one game to? But you're playing well against a first-place team, as the A's did over the weekend against the Tribe. And now against the Tampa Bay Rays, also playing very good baseball.
Late call. 2-2 the count to Joyce. Simeon to follow, and then Alonso.
Pay attention on the shifts now. There's Longoria going over the right side.
That's right. You got to make sure you know who's who and who's where. They leave Echeverria at the shortstop spot. So full count to Joyce. Matt Joyce was 4 for 12 in that series over the weekend against the Indians. Odorizzi misses badly, and the A's have a leadoff walk.
You know, you want to be close around the plate and maybe get a hitter to swing at a pitch out of the strike zone, but that far out of the zone, no way Matt Joyce can be swinging. Leadoff hitter, you want to get on base any way you can, and Matt Joyce does that, seeing 6 pitches from Odorizzi.
So here's Marcus Simeon. Simeon at 161 with a homer and 5 RBIs. And he takes down and away. I don't want to say it's still spring training for Marcus Simeon, but it may still feel like that a little bit.
I think you're right. And you didn't even think about Matt Chapman, the fact that he missed some time due to his disabledness and infection in his knee.
Odorizzi misses again. He's going to get a visit from Jesus Sucre.
Does that give us time to have a root beer float?
Yeah, we just got root beer floats delivered. It's just getting us ready for tomorrow night. Yeah. Root beer float. Root beer float day, but it's at night. Excited about that.
Excited about having some.
Well, we like to have them up here in the top of the inning, so they can be. We hope that it's a quick inning, and then we can get to the in-between innings festivities, which is you and I enjoying our root beer float. See, we don't want to rush it now because the A's are bad.
Right. Yeah, we want to make sure that.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that's a great point, because take as long as they need to score a lot of runs. And if there's a pitching change like there was yesterday, we'd have plenty of time.
That's true.
In the first inning.
That's true. 2-2 now to Marcus Simeon.
The reason he's not really overpowering with his fastball, but the fact that he throws so many different pitches, including a cutter, a curveball. He's got a slider to throw the split for his changeup. But relies on the control. Last year, in a couple of starts, totaling 12 innings. He had just 1 walk in those 12.
This one is hit very high towards center field, where Malik Smith moves over to his right. He's got it. That's 1 out here in the bottom of the first. So what does Jake Odorizzi throw? Here it is. A lot of splitters.
That's right. He's more of a fastball get ahead and try to put you away with the splitter. He will throw the other pitches, but to be that much throwing those pitches, those two, especially the splitter, that's called getting ahead and going to your out pitch as soon as you get a couple of strikes.
The A's had that 4-game series that Ray mentioned about the doubleheader in St. Petersburg. That was in June. The A's lost 3 out of 4. Odorizzi did not pitch.
Well, one thing about the A's this year, you think road, you think losses, because they've not had a lot of success on the road. And I think that's going to be the biggest determining factor as they embark on the next trip, which will be back to New York and Toronto. New York against the Mets, having already been to Yankee Stadium.
Alonso swings and misses, and the count even at 1-1. Odorizzi in his last 7 starts has an ERA of 6.69. So he was really rolling along, having a pretty darn good season the first couple months, but June, not so good. But all in all, a pretty good pitcher. Last year, 10-6, 33 starts. That's an issue for him.
Yeah, it is.
He's allowed 20 home runs total in 83 innings. At least 1 in 13 straight games. So
we want to keep that record intact, huh? That'd make it 14.
He's not afraid to hit the long ball. So 2-2. Joyce, the runner at first after the walk. Sliced foul. So the A's have won 7 out of 9, and they're 42-50. Trying to just creep closer to that 500 mark, get it within reach. 27-21 at home are the Athletics. So game number 93 on this 2017 season. Bounced toward Morrison, who fires to second for 1, back to first, and Odorizzi dropped it. So Odorizzi was there, and it would have been a double play, but he just did not catch it.
Well, he did get there, and that's the key, because that's a very good throw to first base, a strike, and clank. See, with his right foot, he got a little turn around. He could have been pointing at second base instead of trying to catch the throw off to the side. Keep an air on it. He won.
So Expo brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. And here's Chris Davis. So it goes as an E1. So a first inning error by the Rays. Maybe Chris Davis will make him pay for it. Davis, 25 home runs, 62 runs batted in. Swings and misses.
13th of May last year, he did make him pay. This is a 3-run home run for Chris Davis down in St. Petersburg. A line drive. That was 1 of 3 that Odorizzi gave up that game. 42 pitches in the first inning for Odorizzi. Nicely, just 4 innings.
Good curveball right over top, 1-2 to Davis.
See, the home run he hit was a fastball. He may not get a fastball to hit. A couple of curveballs in for strikes.
See where Sucre sets up, down and away, and that's where it was, and it's strikeout. So the A's strand a runner, and we are through 1 from the Coliseum. A's and Rays, no score.
It's the old shell game, folks. Keep your eye on the ball as it hides.
p.m., the Athletics host the National Play Campaign at the Coliseum, right here at the Coliseum. Promoting a lifetime activity for youth campaign was formed to raise awareness about children's health issues and obesity. A's outfitter Jake Smolensky and pitcher Bobby Wall, plus the Athletics training staff, will be on hand spreading positive messages about making healthy decisions and living a more healthy lifestyle. How about a root beer float?
Yep. That's going on tomorrow night, too.
So we have that tomorrow morning, and tomorrow night it's going to be a good day.
Excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead and have it. I'll watch
good.
Mr. Steven
That's
Souza
good.
swing hard.
That is good.
He's thinking about a root beer float also.
Nothing better than a root beer float early in the game.
That's right.
Give you a little energy boost.
It's real root beer and it's real ice cream.
Yes, it is. There's nothing fake with those. Whoa, man.
It's good.
Got a little sugar rush there.
So we encourage all those listening to make sure that you make it a point of being at the root beer float day, night, tomorrow.
And that one is ripped to left field. Davis turns around and it is gone. I think it landed right on top of the out-of-town scoreboard. So Souza, swing hard he did, Ray, and that's home run number 19.
He swung hard at the first breaking ball that he swung and missed. The pitch way out of the strike zone, but fastball he did not miss. Tried to go inside and a mistake. Mistake number one, that it didn't get all the way in. Number two, that it was hittable. That is a whole bunch of home runs that he's given up this year. Cruz got him last start in Seattle, but right up on top of the ledge, pressed a bit above on the concrete.
So the combination of two pitchers, two starters that have allowed a lot of home runs this year, and two teams that hit a lot of home runs. So something to think about.
Very much so.
This is Brad Miller, the designated hitter. Miller, 201, 3 homers, 18 RBIs. Miller with Seattle for a couple years.
He always does that with his left hand. He holds the bat up as he's setting himself in the batter's box. I guess it's getting his bat positioned in a certain way with his left hand, and then brings the right hand in. Did a good job for the Rays, especially when he stayed healthy. It must be healthy because Dickerson is a DH, but he's playing in the outfield. Miller had been on the DL, he's coming back and plays multiple infield positions and outfield.
That one got a pretty good piece of Bruce Maxwell, knocked him backwards, and he's going to take a break.
Well, we've seen him hit before, but not like this, and the result has not been like this. This is a direct hit, and straight back and down. There you got Kevin Cash on the Rays side, Bob Melvin on the home side. Both former catchers and both realizing exactly what that's about.
Josh Fegley keeping an eye on the situation, obviously. He's got his gear inside the bag. Now he's going to get it out just in case.
And they have the concussion protocol. It's a 7-day DL, but there's a series of tests that not just catchers, but anybody that gets hit in the head has to go through to make sure that they're all right. A former Ray trainer, now of course the head trainer for the Athletics, Nick Paparessa, had been with the Rays.
Well, the thing too, what's always scary, Ray, with concussions is sometimes you feel it the next day.
Yeah. Your head, your neck.
Seems like he's been hit a fair amount.
Too much,
in
yes.
the last maybe 3 weeks or so. I don't know what we're really comparing it to as far as how many times other catchers are getting hit, but we sit up here every game, and it just seems like he's got hit a lot.
But he has, I agree. And then, you know, what happened to Stephen Vogt last year is fans give a nice applause for Chris Maxwell staying in the game. But Stephen Vogt taking one last year that you don't even want to think about. And there's no easy way to look at it, whether you take a foul ball, and again, you put your glove up where the ball's headed, but if it's foul tipped, and don't make solid contact except just foul tip, that's what can happen.
Check swing, big bouncer right back to Gossett, who throws to first, and that's the first out here in the second inning, and it's time now to check in with Angela.
Well, guys, you may or may not have noticed facial hair that's been making its debut on some of the starting pitchers' faces, including tonight's Daniel Gossett. It's been going on for about 3 weeks now. It's something between the starting pitchers, Sonny Gray, Daniel Gossett, Sean Manaea, and also Kendall Graveman's in on it. It's his first time trying to ever grow a beard. Sean told me earlier in the clubhouse that it's to promote the team's unity, and he said that all the beards are pretty much equally bad, and it doesn't seem like anyone's caving soon, but whoever shaves first has to do something, or they get a sort of prize, which he was a bit shy about in sharing what exactly that was. But we want to hear from the fans and what you guys think. So tweet me your thoughts, and I'll let you know who wore it worst on the broadcast tomorrow. Guys, back to you.
All right.
I got my pick already. He's on the mound right now.
Yeah, there's some beards that need a lot of work.
I saw Daniel Gossett in the clubhouse, and I said, "Are you growing a beard?" And he said, "This is horrible. Horrible. I can't even imagine."
Yeah, that's. I mean, Blackburn's got a chance. That's not good.
And if that's 3 weeks old, that's really.
We love Daniel Gossett, but that is not good. Blackburn's got a shot.
Oh yeah.
Manaea.
Oh no.
That's not good. Bruce Maxwell fell, and when it's all said and done, Beckham's aboard, and well, let's keep an eye on Maxwell.
Well,
he stumbled coming out, but I guess the question is, why did he stumble? He may have tripped over something.
If the bat was in.
I think he tripped over the bat.
Yeah. Oh, right there. That's the right foot. And then couldn't get up quickly enough to go get the baseball. Right there. Then had his mask in his right hand, and that didn't help when he went down. Couldn't get rid of the mask. And then the throw to first. Alonso didn't know if he had it or not, and ultimately did not.
So it goes as a strikeout, wild pitch.
Now batting, number 11, Adeiny Echeverria, shortstop.
So just trying to think, Ray, could this be an error on the throw? Or
but I think they're probably figuring that Gossett had hurried to get it and hurriedly threw to the point that, I mean, there's a wild pitch that started the whole thing, and that's probably, I guess, why it was a wild pitch with the runner reaching base on the wild pitch, because I don't know that if Gossett had made a good throw, but because he had to hurry even get to the ball, I don't know that he even thought it was going to be his play initially.
Here's Adeiny Echeverria. New Ray shortstop, acquired from the Marlins, so he stayed in the state of Florida. Just went from the east side to the west side of Florida. Adeiny Echeverria. Chapman on the backhand, fires to second for one, on to first, double play, nicely turned by the Athletics. 5-4-3. Just one run for the Rays on the home run by Souza. 1-0 Tampa Bay.
California Ford dealers. It is not Bruce Maxwell. It is this double play turn started by Matt Chapman. Man's got a gun. Perfect throw over to Jed Lowry. 5-4-3 double play. Matt Chapman, a little backhand, but look at the perfect bullet to second base. And I mean, if you're a second baseman and get a throw like this from Matt Chapman, that's perfect. Just chest high and continuing the throw to first base with Jed Lowry, and that quickly a 5-4-3 double play. Nicely turned by the probably multi-gold glover, third base, and Matt Chapman. Got another one playing third right now, and Evan Longoria. He's already won a gold glove.
Lowry, Healy, and Maxwell here for the Athletics. 1-0 Rays on the Souza home run.
I bet Longoria's impressed with Matt Chapman. Just watching him at third base. Did the same down in St. Petersburg.
Lowry hitting .272 with 10 home runs, 33 runs batted in. 1 for 11 in the series against the Indians over the weekend. Just missed.
I don't remember Rizzi pitching exclusively out the stretch, but more pitchers are doing it now. In the past, I cannot remember that he did that, but I see a lot of pitchers just get to the point where it's exclusively out of the stretch position.
Dickerson comes in, and that's the first out. So with the Rays in town, guys in the scoreboard came up with this good idea. The top 10 Rays. Now this is not just
Designated hitter, number
top 10
25,
Rays in Oakland. This is top 10 Rays anywhere in the entire world. And Ray Fosse's number one. Number one.
Ray Charles is on there too.
That's what I'm saying. This is not just a Bay Area thing. We're not surprised by the final balloting.
Maybe it was Dick Callahan only. Maybe that was it.
All right. But I mean, this is not a cheapskate list here. I mean, this is some big. Ray Romano, very funny man. Sugar Ray, could be the band, could be Sugar Ray Robinson, could be Sugar Ray Leonard. Sweet Baby Rays, I mean, come on.
Did Josh Hood put that up there?
It's all good stuff here.
Is it Ray as a Lyoto who played Field of Dreams?
Yeah.
Shoeless Joe? Build it, and they would go. Build it, and he will go. Go the distance. I've watched.
I thought he was a little better in Goodfellas, but that's just me.
Well, that's, you know.
Slightly different type of movie.
Yeah. I mean, if you can walk out of the cornfields and start playing baseball, that's pretty good.
That's a very good point. He needed to hide in the cornfield in Goodfellas. Healy hits one high and foul. So 2-2 the count to Ryan Healy, DHing tonight at .264. 19 home runs, 54 runs batted in. Healy 1 for 10 over the weekend. That one hit though, a 2-run single. Knocked in a couple of runs for the entire series. Way inside.
Well, it's like he's trying to throw the curve and throw it effectively, which means you have to throw it a lot. This one didn't break. Stayed up in the end to Ryan Healy. So if he's not getting the curve over, you have to think he's going to throw a heater, and so sit on a 3-2. Pull it up a little bit sooner and throws the curve, tip your hat. Splitter.
That was a good one. So that's the second strikeout, and the best splitter he's thrown tonight in the early going.
I'm surprised that he threw the curveball, but that was perfectly thrown. Sucre sits up right in the middle. Surprised there with Sucre down on one knee on the confidence that one of the reasons he's going to throw the pitch and keep it from going into the dirt.
So 2 away for Bruce Maxwell. first fastball, 90 miles an hour from Odorizzi. Homer, 6 RBIs for Bruce. Got 20 hits on the year, 4 doubles. Now he's behind in the count 0-2. A couple of fastballs. Miles an hour. That's probably that splitter, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's a split. And I don't know why Sucre at times with 2 strikes is going to 1 name, but it's dangerous because if the splitter's thrown hard and thrown in the dirt, it could bounce, get away from the catcher.
Tap to the right side. Beckham charges, scoops, flips, side retired. So that's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Jake Odorizzi. 3rd inning coming up. 1-0 Rays.
To be against the Minnesota Twins. 15,000 fans will receive a G-Eazy bobblehead that plays an audio message from the man himself. It's all presented by Majestic. This bobblehead features Oakland's own G-Eazy, world famous rapper, lifelong A's fan. Plus, he will be at the game to throw out the ceremonial first pitch that night. For tickets,
Leading
visit
off, number 45, baseman,
promotions.
Sucre, the catcher.
So 1-0 Rays lead. It's the top of the 3rd. Sucre, Smith, and Dickerson. 9-1-2 hitters in the lineup. We mentioned in the open of our show, Ray, that the Rays, when we were there back in June, they did not have Wilson Ramos yet. Wilson Ramos is activated and he is doing his thing for the Rays. He's got a little bit of a hamstring deal right now that he's working through. But my point is, the Rays are having this pretty good season. I mean, they're right in this playoff hunt. But all of a sudden, you're talking about Wilson Ramos going. I mean, he's a middle of the order hitter.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, that's a pretty good addition as you head into the final 3 months of the season. See, the Rays are just 2.5 games out in the division, and right now they are the #1 wild card team.
Don't forget also that in the Eastern Division, where they are just 2.5 behind the Red Sox, they play a lot of each other, against each other. 19 times, of course, down in St. Petersburg at Tropicana Field, you get a huge number of Red Sox fans that whenever they are playing there. You should wonder exactly where they're playing. The Red Sox nation of the Southeast.
So, as the point is, the Rays, all of a sudden, they are kind of an interesting team to watch because they're proving that they're pretty good. They're also, of course, playing without Kevin Kiermaier, who's, remember, he had that hip fracture. Matt Duffy is still not playing. He had Achilles surgery. Three and one now. Bounced foul back to Dickerson in the on-deck circle. Rays last made the postseason in 2013. They were the second wild card team. There's the walk, so the speedy Malik Smith is aboard. So Gossett has his first walk.
Now batting, number 10, Corey Dickerson.
Malik Smith, a very good base stealer. Got 12 steals. So 12 steals in 38 games.
For him, it's a combination of being able to steal a base, but also be a good base runner. Dickerson actually had to step out of the batter's box and let Smith get his protection on his hand. Taking a lot of time, but if you're a pitcher and you see a guy doing that, hurry up and pitch. Maybe you can get him standing on the bag.
So there you go. Stealing second, he's 11 for 14. Stealing third, he's done it one time. And it's 1-0 to Dickerson.
Gossett using the slide step, which is a very important tool to have. Be able to help your catcher, especially the speed of Smith. You got a left-handed hitter that really works very nicely for the runner at first base. Bruce Maxwell will ask for help from his dugout to yell, "There he goes," if he goes, and tonight he'd be able to hear it.
Foul off a seat, and it was one of those foul balls where you usually want a lot of people in the seats. That one, I'm glad there wasn't a lot of people in that section because it was coming in hot. Right behind the A's dugout. So 1-1 the count to Corey Dickerson. Dickerson with the Rockies. Second year with the Rays. Dickerson with the Rockies, 24 home runs in 2014. In 2015 he was hurt. But you always have to wonder, well, is Coors Field helping him at all? Well, he has shown this year and last year with the Rays that it was not. He had 24 home runs last year. 17 this year.
I'm amazed sometimes that just hitters don't seem to load up as much and as quickly. And as a result, they foul a fastball back, and not really overpowering fastball by Gossett. So you see some hitters, and we'll see the Blue Jays when they go back to Toronto next week. See a couple of hitters in Donaldson and Bautista. They lift their front leg, and they're primed to hit every fastball that's thrown near them.
Another foul ball. Headed for the second level. Not quite. So 2-2 the count. A Steven Souza home run leading off the second inning, the only run in the game so far. Smith runs, and this one is lined down the right field line, but it's going to be foul. So Smith was on the move.
He got a jump, but Dickerson had to swing the bat because it was a strike and 2 strikes on him.
More numbers for Dickerson. He is second in the American League in hits. He's 6th in doubles. He's 7th in runs scored. His batting average is 8th. He's 10th in the league in slugging. So he really is putting up quite a season for the Rays. And that one past Maxwell, and Smith will go to second base. So all the anticipation of Smith running at some point, he ends up getting to second base on what looks like a wild pitch. Although maybe a ball that Maxwell should have had.
He should have had it. Tried to backhand a ball that was down close to the ground, but
so it goes as a wild pitch.
One of the things probably that helped the base runner and even the hitter to get to 3-2 is the fact that Smith is a threat to steal, and Maxwell tried to position himself to be able to get ready.
Off a Gossett, Semien backhands his throw, not in time.
Did that hit the ground? Didn't hit the ground, it just hit Gossett in the air to Semien. It's an out, but
I think Marcus may have backhanded it on a little bit of a short hop.
But Dickerson showing that he could fly
Number
too.
3, Evan Longoria.
Just hit right in front of the foot. If the ball hits Gossett in the air and then over to Semien in the air. But there's the speed of Dickerson getting down the line quickly enough to beat it and hit the bag right in the front. Swung at ball 4, ended up getting a base hit.
So first and third, still only 1 out, and here's Evan Longoria. So the Rays looking to add on to their 1-0 lead. Longoria had a 2-out base hit in the first inning. He's a .321 hitter with runners in scoring position. Franchise ranks, he's first in home runs, first in RBIs, first in slugging percentage. He'll be first in hits at some point.
Correct me if I'm wrong, you mentioned the 2013 season. When the Rays last went to postseason. Wasn't that the game we were in Seattle when they had the miraculous come from behind?
That was the last day, that's right.
Yeah, we were watching the game.
We were watching it.
And then they started every game at the same time, so they wouldn't have those kind of finishes.
Semien has it. No, he juggles. They get the out at second base, but they cannot turn the double play, and Smith comes in to score. So to be a fielder's choice and an RBI.
Well, ball came up and it stayed close to him. He could get the force out, but he knew he had a possibility of getting a double play, and that's huge because it does allow a run to score with Smith over to third base. It's not been a pretty inning.
So Longoria gets his 56th RBI. You got to face Logan Morrison. Yeah, I think that day you're talking about, wasn't that the year the Red Sox had the big collapse?
Yes.
And the Rays took advantage of it,
That would
right?
have been 11 that happened, but 13 was, well, it was a collapse also for the it was 11 that they collapsed because that's when Tito and Kurt Young, but it seems like.
That's right, because Reddick came then the next year.
Right, but it seems like when Longoria hit the home run, the Yankees, I don't know, maybe that was not, but there was one that we were watching in Seattle when Longoria hit the home run. And
Lowry leaps, cannot quite get it. And Longoria is going to try for third. The throw is cut off.
It looked like Lowry had timed his leap perfectly. Then all of a sudden it's over his head. Morrison with the base hit over Lowry's head and it's shift. It's just a little bit too high.
Oh yeah, he was going all the way.
See how close Jed did come. Just over this. His outstretched glove just could not get to it.
So the Rays' leading player in hits is Carl Crawford.
CC.
That would make sense. Although Longoria not that far away. He's about 65, 70
Now
hits
batting,
away from Crawford.
number 20, Steven Souza Jr.
So first and third again. Here's Steven Souza. He had a long, loud home run in the second inning, his 19th of the year. He's got 59 RBIs. Second on the team. Simeon, nice play, flips to second, side retired. So when it's all said and done, 1 run for the Rays. So 2-0 Tampa Bay as we head to the bottom of the third. Story brought to you by McDonald's. June 10th in St. Petersburg, game 1 of the doubleheader. Jacob Brugman got his first major league hit. It came in his second game, and that was that doubleheader. And he had a good weekend. Played in all 4 games, went 6 for 16 with a couple of RBIs. So what was the final count that weekend, Ray? We played 4 games in 45 hours, something like that.
About that, yeah.
Friday to Saturday, Saturday to Sunday. Yeah.
And Brugman's family got to see all of it.
They saw every single one.
Every game, every inning.
Great weekend. Matt Chapman fouls one just to our right. Chapman, Brugman, and Joyce here in the bottom of the third. A's trailing 2-0. Yeah, we were at the ballpark a lot. Which means we were indoors a lot.
It's too much.
1-2 to Chapman. Chapman now 10 hits, 47 at bats, 4 doubles, a triple, couple of home runs. High fastball, and Chapman swings and misses. So that's 3 strikeouts for Jake Odorizzi.
Pretty good start last year for Odorizzi here. It was against Sean Manaea, who also pitched well, but this was a start in which he won 8 innings. 5 hits, no runs, 5 strikeouts, and no walks. Sean Manaea matched him though. The A's won in extra innings, but Odorizzi was outstanding on July the 22nd. It was a Coco Crisp walk-off. Remember that guy Coco Crisp? Yeah. Walked it off.
Jake Odorizzi in this ballpark, a 1.29 ERA. He's only been better at Marlins Park. So that would be an interleague situation, but of course the Rays and the Marlins, they are the geographical rivals of each other. Makes perfect sense.
I like the Padres and the Mariners.
They just flat out don't like each other, Ray. You know that. The Pods and the Mariners, all those World Series they've played it against each other.
I think they even discontinued that. It was such a great rivalry. They said they would better take a little bit of time off.
it was getting too heated.
Yeah.
We need to take a couple of years off. Two and 2 to Brugman. Close pitch, 3-2. Brugman right at 250 with a couple of home runs. And that one just a little bit high.
Now with Brugman's ability to hit the ball to the opposite field as he did yesterday in the first inning, driving in 2 runs. He's also very patient to take the high pitch and let it pass him. Second walk forward. Mr. Odorizzi. Former Tampa Bay Ray Matt Joyce, who played right field quite a bit against the A's whenever he's with the Rays. Went to the Angels, played left field, didn't do well. Best year for Matt Joyce was Pittsburgh last year. 2-year contract signed with the Athletics.
Remember, Matt Joyce was originally a Tiger. Played in 92 games with Detroit in 2008, and then he was traded for Edwin Jackson.
That's right.
Starting pitcher who has been with 46 different major league teams, and he is still in the big leagues. But Matt Joyce, he was an all-star in 2011 with the Rays. 19 home runs, 75 RBIs, 277 average, and 32 doubles. That's a solid season. Now behind in the count 0-2 to Jake Odorizzi. Longoria into foul territory. He's going to have plenty of room, and he makes the catch. So 2 away, it's up to Marcus Semien to.
How about him shortstop?
He can
Number
get
10,
Brugman on the move over at first base.
Semien.
Marcus hit a fly ball to center field in the first inning. Well off the plate. The Rays play Semien well toward right center field. That's where Alex Smith is. And Dickerson quite a ways off the line and deep in left field. If Semien were to hit one down the left field line, especially with 2 out, Brugman would have a very, very good chance of scoring. Echeverria, the shortstop. He's got it. Side retired. Brugman is stranded. We're headed to the 4th inning from the Coliseum. Rays 2, A's nothing.
Sports California is brought to you by StatMed, offering July sports physicals for just $35. Call 1-844-STAT-MED to get yours today.
2-0, the Rays lead. It's the top of the 4th inning. Miller, Beckham, and Echeverria. 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Rays. Rays with a run in the 2nd and a run in the 3rd. The Mariners are leading the Astros 7-6, 8th inning in Houston. So we'll keep a close eye on that game. Chris Davis backing up. He's going to have room, and he makes the catch. So 1 away here in the top of the 4th inning, and let's check in with Angela.
Well, guys, I have an injury update for you. Chad Pinder, who's been out since June 24th with a strained hamstring, will start his rehab assignment in Nashville tomorrow. Bob Melvin is hoping to have him back by the next homestand. Bobby Wall, who's been out since May 24th with the shoulder injury, threw to hitters today, and he'll be throwing in Stockton on Thursday. Ryan Dull, who's been out since May 20th with the knee injuries, is expected back by the tail end of the road trip or by the next homestand. And Kendall Graveman, who's been out since May 26th with the strained shoulder, told me Friday that he's been facing live hitters and he's slated for 3 innings in Nashville on Wednesday. The club is eyeing an early August return for him. Guys, back up to you.
All right, so not only Graveman on Wednesday, but Jarrell Cotton is going to pitch.
Yes,
in AAA.
That's right.
So Graveman and Cotton will pitch in the same game.
Yeah, I asked Scott Emerson, the A's pitching coach, about the blister that had formed on the thumb of Jarrell Cotton, and he said after the side session he threw Saturday, he said it was great. He said it came out very well, but the fact that he had not pitched to live batters, he's going to go out on a rehab assignment, and just as you mentioned, those are the 2 that will be heading out to pitch in Nashville. Both very familiar with the Nashville Park, but both would like to just go play there and leave.
Doesn't mean they want to see it.
No, they've enjoyed it. But.
So strike 3 call. Beckham can't believe it. Lance Barrett. It was a little bit of a slow motion strike 3 call.
A little bit of a strike too.
Number 11, Adeiny Echeverria.
Maybe a legitimate argument. So 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Echeverria, little flare, and it's going to fall. 2-out single for Adeiny Echeverria.
Well, the same curveball, though, down lower. And it was called a
number 45.
What was called a strike. Maybe throw it up in that zone if they won't swing at it. But that one down in the zone and looped it, did Echeverria.
Here's Jesus Sucre. Sucre drives into right center. Brugman hustling back. Brugman makes the catch. Fires it back in. And that's out number 3. He held on to it. Back on NBCSportsCalifornia.com. It's brought to you by Max Muscle. Log on each week as our A's insider Joe Stiglitz talks baseball. It's available on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and Spotify. Sean Manaea is his newest and latest guest.
We have a new second baseman.
All right, what's going on out there? There's
I think
meetings going on. And
Mr. Beckham either got ejected or decided he wasn't going to play anymore.
Tim Beckham, who was called out on what was a high pitch, no question, but he was called out. And let's see. So he is right there, and he's yelling at the umpire, who is Lance Barrett, and Barrett throws him out. So Beckham, the second baseman, is gone. And you saw Trevor Plouffe, the former A, is playing second base. So Beckham, get your whiteout out. He's gone. So Plouffe is in the game. So Tim Beckham got 3.5 innings in, and he's going to shut it down. First pitch to Yonder Alonso, a bit high. And this is the pitch he's complaining about. And it was indeed high.
Yeah, but you know, he sat down and then threw up his hand. He's like, "What are you talking about? Just call me out, man." It's a matter of how much you want to stay in the game, because you know, because you don't need to carry it out on the field.
I'm just, I just don't think it's worth getting thrown out.
No, I mean,
not in the top of the 4th inning with 1 out, nobody on base.
So we get a chance to see Trevor Plouffe, or number 3 with the Athletics. Could not get number 3. A guy named Evan Longoria, I don't think would give it up. He wore 3 and honor the great late Harmon Killebrew. He played here.
First pitch to Chris Davis, fouled. I think it got a piece of the catcher, Jesus Sucre. He's still looking for their first hit. They've had a couple base runners. Joyce led off the bottom of the first with a walk. Brugman walked in the 3rd inning.
They're going to stay away from Chris Davis. Think of the home run he hit, the walk-off over the weekend. Also think about the 2 he hit against Morton in Houston to right field. He's got tremendous power. He doesn't have to really think about opening up, especially if they're going to stay outside. I would think most pitchers, catchers would say, let him hit the ball in the opposite field. He can't. He can hit home runs the opposite field. As he definitely showed against Cleveland.
To pitch, down and away. This was the home run on Saturday.
So the cut fastball that did not cut where he wanted it, and well, just kept traveling. 2-run walked off, and goes from a basketball player to a bowler. That couldn't even, that wouldn't have been a gutter ball. That's a what's up high.
Right center, and that baby's gone.
There you go. That's why the man doesn't have to try to pull the ball. I mean, not that, you know, maybe just a swing and you make a mistake up a little bit. He will crush it, and he just crushed it again.
So home run number 26 for Chris Davis.
Yeah, Lowry.
Hit her up, and out it goes. This guy down in St. Petersburg last year, he gets him here tonight in Oakland. Scarconi with a little bit of a salute. Chris Davis, 26. He had 42 last year.
Well, that's the
that says it all.
The interesting part of Chris Davis and his home runs.
18 out of the center or right field.
1-1 to Lowry. I still think it's a very unique swing that Chris Davis has.
Exactly.
It almost looks like his swing is kind of long, and I think it is, but yet because it's long, his bat stays in the hitting zone so long.
Yeah, it's long. It's long because of the stride, where his bat is positioned.
That one is ripped to right center field, but Souza's going to get over there. You just don't see a lot of guys with the type of swing that Chris Davis has.
See what you stride, and then it opens up, but you leave a pitch up, you'll see his belt buckle. You'll also see the ball go out to right center. Once you see that, I mean, that's completely opening up, but anything up, he'll drive that direction.
See, when I see that, then I want to correct myself, because his swing, it's long, but it's long after he makes contact.
Yeah, it follows through nicely, yeah.
It's pretty quick from start to swing to contact with the baseball, and then he finishes it, real long, and the ball just goes.
Well, now he's got 14 in a row, thanks to Blair. 14 consecutive games in which he's given up at least one. Last 3 years.
One to Healy.
But you know, Kev, I think the one thing that makes Chris Davis in this particular at bat that he just hit the home run makes him good, because they try to get him to chase pitches outside, he wouldn't do it. Get ahead 0-2, go outside, and they didn't chase, and then finally comes in, makes a mistake with a fastball, it's gone.
Dickerson gets back, and he turns around, makes the catch, side retired, but the A's are on the board. Their first hit is a home run by Chris Davis, his 26th home run of the year. So it's 2-1 Rays.
Big three with a purchase of a 25-plus field level tickets for the Sunday, July the 30th day game. It's against the Twins. Everyone in their group will receive a limited edition Big Three bobblehead featuring Rizito, Tim Hudson, and Mark Mulder. Group package is the only way to secure one of these amazing bobbles. Visit athletics.com/group today. That's athletics.com/group. Hey, they're called bobbles.
Smith.
Not bobbleheads.
No, there's a difference.
What's a bobble? Isn't a bobblehead a bobble? It is. Is it going to be all three together, or going to be three separates, or three separate bobbles?
First pitch to Malik Smith.
Makes you kind of wonder, are they going to be bobbleheads? are heads that bobble. But if it's a bobble, there's a whole body bobble or just the head bobble?
I don't know, Ray.
Guess you have to come on July 30th and find out, huh? Gets a whole bunch of people to come out here so I can get one of those bobbles. You're not helping me out there, partner.
I don't know what you're talking about. So one away here in the top of the
Now
fifth.
batting, number 10, Corey Dickerson.
Dickerson will hit. Dickerson a strikeout and a single. Curve not close. A little bit low. So 2-0 the count. Hey, the new guy's here.
Yeah.
Blake Trinan.
He's a good man. Nice, personable young man.
Big right-hander.
Yes, he is. Hey, he remembers the 2 innings he pitched against the A's when he was with the Nationals.
Did he?
First thing he said, Alonso got me.
He's a big, strong right-hander.
He's a nice man, too. Nice young man. Visited with him today. And, you know, a lot of times you get traded from a team that's, you know, at least going to go postseason. They'll vote him a share. He's been on the team, but you know, you go from a perennial winner, basically. The Nationals go to postseason. It comes to the A's and has a chance to join a bullpen and be very productive. That's a plus for him.
And Trinan was struggling some this year, but last year, terrific. He was 4-1 with a 2.28 ERA in 73 appearances. Had a good year in 2015. Pitched in 60 games. The A's know what they're getting. Maxwell doesn't see it. Chapman does, and Chapman cannot quite hold on.
Boy, he ran a long way, too. He ran a long way to get. Look where he's playing. Maxwell doesn't see it. And look at him coming in so fast. And he really probably overran it. He did. He had to reach back. He got there so quickly. And then reached back and did not handle. Hit him in the heel of the glove. Tried to cradle it. Tried to go down and get it. And just could not handle it. What an effort. Tremendous effort. And Gossett was there. And
so it's obviously no play. Hate to give Dickerson another swing, though. He's a little scary.
You know what happens as a catcher, all you have to do is duck your head just enough when the ball goes up like that, and there's no way you can pick it up.
Sure.
And I mean, duck may just kind of go down a little bit. You're down anyway, and you can look up, and all of a sudden it's gone. Usually you can tell with the ball off the bat if it's going to the stands. You don't have to worry about it. But that one did go up, and he had no chance. Couldn't find it.
Is it just because the ball is already behind you?
Yeah.
I mean, that makes it more difficult.
Well, that plus the sky being what it is right now, twilight. Yeah, it's very difficult because the ball really is the same color as the sky. It's like being indoors, but it's outdoors. Twilight is the worst time, especially any place, infield, outfield.
Left center, but room for Davis. And Dickerson comes up just a little bit short.
Another sigh of relief by Gossett. For some reason, Dickerson was pointing back towards the plate.
Now batting, number 3.
2 strikes after
Evan
the foul ball that could not
Longoria.
be located, not held on.
So 2 outs. Here's Longoria hitting with nobody on. That's always a good thing. 2 runs on 5 hits for the Rays. 1 run on 1 hit for the Athletics as Longoria goes around. Longoria had a RBI fielder's choice in the third inning. Pretty good pitch, just a little bit inside from Gossett. 70 pitches for the A's right-hander. Down the left field line, it's hit well. It's trouble, and it's gone. So Longoria homers. He's having a big night. And it's 3-1, so the Rays get that run right back.
Well, look at the pitch also. Remember the base hit he got in the first inning? Similar pitch, curveball. I'd say he's shown he can hit a curveball. Gossett has a good one. He's probably best suited to throw the pitch to a lot of hitters, but I would think Longoria is one he's seen enough of. Or at least he's produced enough after seeing a couple.
So Alonso takes care of it, but Longoria strikes again. He hits his 14th home run of the year, so the Rays lead 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the fifth. The Oakland A's into your X1 voice remote and get live stats on your TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1. So 3-1, the Rays lead. It's the bottom of the fifth inning. And Bruce Maxwell lead it off. Chapman to follow, and then Brugman against Jake Odorizzi. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts for Odorizzi. First pitch is in for a strike. So the Astros got a run in the 9th to tie it. It's 7-7. BI checking to make sure it's still in the bottom of the 9th. So they're still batting. So the Mariners 3 outs away from a good win in Houston, but could not finish it out.
It's a tough yard to try to finish off a team, especially a team that can hit the ball so hard, so far.
Dickerson backs up and he makes the catch. Well, I was just thinking that, you know, we always talk about, hey, the toughest outs, 3 toughest outs to get, final 3. Fenway, right? You like Fenway. Texas always seems to be tough. But this year, you could probably put Houston.
And it's not so much the park, which seems to be the case of Fenway.
Sure, it's the lineup.
It's the lineup. I mean, they go line to line and have a little fun. Also, was it Carlos Beltran? They had a funeral services for his glove because he hasn't used it. Hasn't used it all year.
They put his glove to rest.
Yeah.
And the whole team was out in the outfield. It was pretty funny, actually.
Well, that's when you're having a good time, you're winning, and you're loose.
Astros are 62-30. They're going to win the West. And they'll make a trade. Can't imagine that they won't. That's a broken bat. Didn't sound good. Morrison into foul territory makes the catch.
Cap, if that bat is broken, that bat is authenticated. Eric Farrell told me that he's in charge of authentication. The home run that he hit off Corey Kluber, it went over the left field wall. They could not authenticate it because it went out of sight. So they took the bat, and on the end of it, they put a hologram authenticating the bat in which he hit his first major league home run. So if it's broken now and it's out of play, then at least he'll have his bat. But Eric was very, I mean, a very learning experience. He said opening night, okay, that in the center field camera wall where we have cameras out there, they had 3 authenticators. They put one out there in case the ball was hit over the fence and they could see it. But the one that we thought maybe some animals were going to eat, they couldn't authenticate.
Chavarria cannot come up with it. In fact, that ball stayed down on him.
He went to the backhand, which is the correct way to handle it.
So it's going to be an error on Chavarria.
There's the backhand. Came up, hit him in the heel of the glove, and that's the problem. At least he knocked the ball down, blocked it with his body. Usually when you go to the side, the ball, if you don't catch it,
number 23.
at least headed the outfield, but stayed close enough to him. Still couldn't make a play though.
So a 2-out base runner in Brugman, and here's the top of the order, Matt Joyce. Matt Joyce walked in the first and fouled out in the third.
Well, it'd be great if the A's could take advantage of what should have been a routine ground out back of the dugout. Good shutdown inning for Odorizzi. And now pitching out of the stretch, and nothing better than maybe a former teammate going deep to tie the game, taking advantage of the hit a ball left center, let him run. They've got some weird shifts, the Rays do.
This one's popped up foul.
Well, the high fastball that Matt Joyce is getting tonight, he's not being able to do anything with it. More than anything, lay off the pitch because he's just hitting the ball straight up and not driving. Look at the gap in left center.
Brugman inches off. 3 defenders on the right side of the infield. Another broken bat. Chavarria will back up a couple steps, make the play, side retired. So a runner left, and we are moving to the 6th inning. The Rays holding a 3-1 lead over the A's.
on NBC Sports California is brought to you by Max Muscle Sports Nutrition Petaluma. NPC athlete Lori Mathis is there to help you get in shape this summer.
So 3-1, the Rays lead the A's. It's the top of the 6th inning. Beautiful shot. In the Bay Area, see the Bay Bridge. And Daniel Gossett back to work, facing Souza. Souza, Miller, and then the new second baseman, Trevor Plouffe. Strike on the outside corner. Souza's home run in the second inning, his 19th of the year. Breaking ball, 1-2.
Gossett has always thrown a good curveball. He had his best against the Astros here on that Monday night. Did not get a victory in the game, but threw enough curves. But it's not that sharp breaker that goes from, say, chest down to the knees. It kind of hangs in the middle. That's a good thrown hard, blocked nicely. Fastball inside to Souza in the second inning. Did not get it in far enough, and as a result, gone. Ball was crushed. Somebody leaned over, might have hurt their hand.
Souza got another hanger, and this one he missed. Alonso waits, and Alonso grabs it. So 1 away, and let's check in with Angela on some root beer float news.
Well, guys, I have the cup right here. Unlimited refills, the day that we've been waiting for. Root Beer Float Day is happening tomorrow at the East Side Club, starting at 4:30 till first pitch. And you can come, and there's free parking. You can get your autographs from, or you can get signed autographs from Ricky Henderson. Former and current A's players will be there. Bob Melvin will be there. We'll all be there. It's going to be a great time. It's all benefiting the A's Community Fund. Over 500 gallons of Dreyer's ice cream and over 1,000 cans of root beer will be poured tomorrow. So come join us. It's going to be a great time. Guys, back up to you.
Indeed, we always have fun, so that's coming up tomorrow.
How many gallons of ice cream?
A lot.
1,000 gallons.
Number 14,
500 gallons. 500 gallons of ice cream, a whole bunch of soda, root beer. 1,000. Delaire's got all the info. 1,000 cans of soda, 500 gallons of ice cream. And they're good too. Get a souvenir cup to take home. But if you ask for autographs, you have to get the autographs signed before you put the root beer and the ice cream in it, because you get the moisture on the outside and you can't sign it. So sign before. Okay, when you sign, make sure that you don't dip it first.
Okay.
Okay? Because they want that pristine signature of Mr. Kuiper.
Okay. I got it.
Okay.
I'll be ready. One and one the count to Trevor Plouffe. Good to see Trevor. Maxwell turns around, flips the mask, got room, makes the play. So that's a good inning for Daniel Gossett. Bottom of the 6th. See if the A's can get something going. They trail 3-1. Baseball break brought to you by T-Mobile. Good news for the Astros. Dallas Keuchel, rehab start tonight, went 3 innings, so he's got a little ways to go yet, but at least he's headed in the right direction. Stephen Vogt, we hope he's okay. We're thinking about you, buddy. Left game versus Pirates Day. Collision at home plate. He banged up his neck, banged up his knee. Let's hope he's okay. And the Dodgers roll along, 9-game winning streak. They're 35 games over 500. That's amazing. What's more amazing is the Dodgers, in their last 33 games, Ray, they're 29-4. Now, that's not like A's winning 20 in a row or anything, but 29-4 is pretty darn good.
Didn't they do that not too long ago where they had a big string?
It could be the same stretch, or it could be another one. Who knows? But they,
wow.
Yeah, they have the best record in baseball. It's 64-29. Rolling along. So they'll win the West.
And hope for the best, because whenever they get to postseason, it's 0-0, whoever they play. And that's always the tough part. You like to carry the momentum, but they may not play a meaningful game after August 1st.
They got a 10.5 game lead over Arizona. Center field hit pretty well, but Malik Smith is going to get back, and he makes the catch. Marcus Semien is retired. So I know I'm not supposed to say, they're going to win the division, which I said about the Astros and the Dodgers. I just think they will.
If they don't, there's something
the
wrong.
Astros are going to win it. I really do.
Yeah, there's something real wrong if you have a 16.5 game lead on July the 18th. 17th. That's tomorrow, the 18th.
And if you're the Dodgers, you got a 10.5 game lead, and you've won 29 out of your last 33 games. I'm sorry, you're not going to. That lead's not going to go away. It's not. Giants are not going to come back. That's for sure. Just a disastrous year for them. Yonder tried to hold up, couldn't do it. 0-2. Still just 1 hit for the A's, and it was a home run. So the A's really have not put any pressure on Jake Odorizzi. Alonso reached on an error in the first and hit a fly ball to left field in the fourth. So 81 pitches, 49 of them strikes.
Basically looking at a walk and 2 errors and the home run. That's the only base runners the A's have had tonight.
Two pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. So that's 4 strikeouts for Odorizzi.
Well, everything up, but that's been the key to success for Odorizzi tonight. For the A's, it's not very much that they've been able to do with anything up in the zone.
So 2 away for Chris Davis, who has the home run in the 4th inning. First pitch is a little bit outside. Solo shot in the 4th.
2-2 fastball, left it up a little bit. Oh, see, there's a pitch that he got under. He was able to hit the ball.
Now 2-0. So if Chris Davis is 26 home runs, 13 have been solo home runs. Springer's got 19 solo home runs. He's got those leadoff home runs.
Note the BI put together about the opposite field home runs. Chris Davis has 11. That leads the majors, along with Aaron Judge, who has 10, and Springer with 9. Thank you, BI.
So 3-0 to Chris Davis.
Swing it, let it go.
Now 3-1.
Wasn't a real. It's like almost. Should I? Okay. Probably not the pitch he was looking for.
pitch is lined to left, but Dickerson's there and he's got it. So it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Odorizzi, and we're moving to the 7th. 3-1 Rays.
Double ticket to the Battle of the Bay. That's the game versus the Giants on July the 31st. A general admission field ticket. A Green Day concert at the Coliseum on August the 5th, and a one-of-a-kind A's Green Day t-shirt. It's all for just $89. That's a concert, game against the Giants, and a t-shirt for $89. Supplies are limited, so go to athletics.com Green Day right now to lock up your package.
Right now.
Right now.
So 3-1, top of the 7th inning. The Rays leading the A's in game 1 of this 3-game series. Chavarria tries the bunt. He bunts it foul. Sucre to follow, and then the leadoff man, Malik Smith. Chavarria has hit into a double play, and he has singled. Just missed. Close pitch.
Yesterday afternoon, I saw Sean Manaea go 7 innings and 115 pitches, and Bob Melvin talking about the ability of the starting pitchers to extend a little bit, so it makes it easy for he and Scott Emerson to kind of mix and match in the 8th inning. Matchups and go to the close of the 9th with the lead.
And Bob was thrilled that Sean Manaea got through 7 innings yesterday.
Absolutely. And he was 115 pitches. Gossett just now at 84. He's pitching into the 7th inning. The skipper and Scott Emerson. Gossett 6 2/3 against the Astros on June the 19th, his second start. He's not gone beyond 6 in any of the other starts. Trying to do that tonight, get through 7 full, especially do it under 100 pitches.
2-2 pitch in the dirt. What the starters did over the weekend. Sonny 6 innings, no earned runs. Blackburn 6 innings, 3 earned runs. Manaea 7 innings, 2 earned runs. So all in all, a very solid performance by the starters. Really a solid performance by everybody. Just a good weekend series.
Did you notice something about those 3 photographs of those starting pitchers over the weekend?
No beards, probably.
No flat bill cap either. So I don't know if your son could be watching the guys. They don't have a flat bill.
He'll still watch. Line drive. Joyce has got to hustle back. Still going back. It's over his head. And it bounces up over the wall and onto the step, so it's a leadoff double.
Terry Francona talking about Sean Manaea, as we were impressed, just like the opposing manager of the team, as he had the hard slider working, the changeup. He had all of his pitches working. And for him to go to 7 with 115 pitches, lead with the lead, keep the lead. And he was ecstatic of being able to pitch farther than really he had. More pitches than he'd ever thrown. He'd thrown more innings, but not as many pitches. You see how excited he was with the strikeout in the last batter in the 7th inning.
Sucre tries to bunt, and he bunts it foul. It's the A's new reliever, Blake Trinan. So we may see him tonight. Gossett about to throw pitch number 90. Sucre again squares to bunt. Curve is a touch high.
Every time you see the close-up of Daniel Agassi, you want to give him a razor.
Something.
He's trying.
Sucre bunts it, and it's a good one. So job done by Sucre as Echeverria goes to 3rd with 1 out.
But normally a pitcher will look to 3rd just to see what might have happened, but with Sucre bunting it hard back to the pitcher. Gossett immediately just threw first.
Smith.
So now the infield will have to come in. Speed of Smith, of course, he was going to do that anyway. Ground ball to second, a walk, and a fly ball to left field for Smith, the hitter at the plate.
First pitch to Malik Smith. He goes after it and loops a little foul just past the A's dugout. Look at that. Nothing slows that guy down.
It's working, man.
He is.
Concessionaires a lot of credit, man. They're hustling.
Yes, they are. Not an easy job.
No. Down the aisles, and bringing food down to your seat.
One to Smith. Nice block by Maxwell. Saved a run with that block.
It's a breaking ball in the dirt. Anticipation. We talk about it a lot, but you anticipate that a curveball is going to be thrown in the dirt, so you have the proper technique. Get the body in front, put the glove down. In this case, he caught it, but your idea is just to block it. But you have to know the speed of the runner at 3rd, as Jan Gomes found out with Matt Chapman on Friday night, how he scored on a wild pitch, short wild pitch.
Bounce to Alonso. Runner coming home. Throw to the plate. Got him.
Well, Kevin Cash out immediately. There are 2 things he's going to look at. Did he tag him before he got there, or did he improperly block the plate? Horrible to even think about it, but not improperly blocking. And we'll see what they're going to do, but Alonso, I think they're going to let it go, and rightfully so. Nice play all the way around. He caught the ball in front of the plate, then went to the tag. Umpire almost got knocked down as Knight Sparrow tried to make the call. There's the play. Tag got him just before the left foot got on the plate. See, that's unfortunate that you even have to set up that way as a catcher to make sure that you're not interfering with the slide. Normally you put your left foot on the other side so you could block off a runner trying to score, but fortunately got him anyway on the contact play.
So Dickerson bats now. 2 outs, runner at 1st, and the runner at 1st is Smith, the base stealer. Dickerson is 1 for 3 in the game. Strikeout, single, and a fly ball to left field.
A lot of things that do not and aren't unappreciated. The accuracy of the throw from a first baseman on a play like that just occurred at home plate. And for Yonder Alonso to catch the ball to the side, throw it off balance, make a perfect throw. Sometimes first baseman did not make the throw. I think he got an easy play, or at least going to get the out in the throwing the ball away, but Alonso handled it, made a perfect throw. And Maxwell did the rest.
Smith with a pretty good lead at first. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Change up at 83 miles an hour.
Inner part of the plate, but pulling the string the way he did made it a very effective pitch.
Gossett trying to finish strong. Count. Toward Lowry, slides to his left, throws to first, side retired. So leadoff double, but no damage done. 7th inning stretch time with the Rays leading the A's 3-1.
On mobile app for live Oakland A's baseball, stay connected with a fully customizable experience. Today's home screen icons and features and app features, as well as game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcast, statcast news, and more. Download MLB.com at bat today.
So bottom of the 7th inning, the A's trailing the Rays 3-1. So usually the manager goes to shake the starting pitcher's hand when he's done for the night. But Daniel Gossett just went over there and shook Bob Melvin's hand. Don't see that very often.
Maybe shook his hand, said, "I'm ready to go out for the 8th, Skip, if you want me to." Maybe Scott Emerson went to tell him first, and then he went over to congratulate the skipper. Daniel Gossett, first time he's gone 7 innings, and first time double figures in ground ball outs. It's been a good night for him. And Kite, there's the old theory: the 6 innings and 3 runs, that's a quality start. How about 7 and 3?
Sure, I like it.
And that is very nice.
Strike on the outside corner. 1-1 the count. Lowry a fly ball to left and a fly ball to right against Odorizzi. Tommy Hunter starting to throw, the big right-hander in the Rays bullpen. closer for Tampa Bay. But right now it's Tommy Hunter. Just a touch high. Lowry's able to lay off.
Staying upstairs, isn't he? It's amazing how many pitches he's thrown up in the zone.
Line drive, but right into the glove of Echeverria for the first out. Lowry's 0 for 3. And here comes Healy.
Designated hitter, number 25, Ryan Healy.
Healy with the strikeout and a line drive to left field. So the Mariners won that game in Houston. They allowed the Astros to tie it in the bottom of the 9th, but then Seattle got 2 in the top of the 10th, and the Mariners won it 9-7. In fact, in the top of the 10th, they went back-to-back. Seager, well, not back-to-back, but 2 home runs, Seager and Valencia. So look at the Mariners. The Mariners are a game and a half behind the Yankees in that second wild card spot. At 500.
You never know, huh?
You don't.
At 500.
Exactly right.
So incentive for the A's, if you're looking at that.
I think that's kind of been our point all along, Ray, is that getting to 500 should be your goal for the A's, at least at this point,
right?
Because if you get there, you may be closer to a wild card spot than you think. Now, could that change? Could it become a little more difficult as the season went on? Yeah, that is possible. So Healy is called out. That's 5 strikeouts for Odorizzi, and he's rolling along right now.
A hard breaking ball outside corner, and Barrett liked it enough that he called the pitch for strike 3. A tight spin on the curveball.
So 2 outs. Here's Maxwell. 6 in a row retired by Odorizzi as he closes in on 100 pitches. Curve for a strike. Orioles beat the Rangers tonight 3-1 in Baltimore. Seth Smith had a big home run in that game, gave the Orioles the lead. The Orioles, who have been struggling as of late, get a win tonight. Rangers back to 2 games under 500 at 45 and 47.
And that's what makes it difficult for a lot of teams to be that close to a wild card or second wild card at the trading deadline.
Got to decide.
Make a huge decision.
Blue Jays beat the Red Sox 4-3 in Boston. So the Red Sox, who had extended their lead in the AL East a little bit, but now lately they've been struggling. They've lost 7 out of their last 10. If the Rays were to hang on and win this, the Rays would be just 2 games back. Toronto for our next road trip. Play the Mets in New York and then on to Toronto. What you don't want to do is you don't want the Blue Jays to get hot before you get there.
Yeah, exactly. That's a 4-game series.
Full count now to Maxwell.
Sucre threw that ball out. Throw it back to pitcher.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Got to do it more often.
That's right.
Drills one left center field. Malik Smith, he's got time, and he makes the catch, and that's 7 in a row retired by Odorizzi. 8th inning coming up, 3-1.
The Jeep driving the game, the man who seems to always come through big time. That is Evan Longoria, curveball hanger down the left field line over the barbecue terrace, and that would make it a 3-1 game after the A's had a home run by Chris Davis to make it a 2-1 game.
Franchise home run leaders among active players. Ryan Braun with the Brewers, Evan Longoria with the Rays, Stanton, Zimmerman. We've seen Zimmerman and Stanton and Longoria this year. Ryan Braun and his Brewers hanging on to first place. So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake expert. So Blake Treinen comes in, his first appearance with the Athletics. 5.73 ERA with the Nationals in 37 games. First pitch is a strike. He's big. 6'5", 225-pounder. And of course, probably had read about it. He was drafted by the A's in 2011, 7th round. He was with the A's in the minor leagues for a couple of years, but then traded to the Washington Nationals. That was a 3-team trade with the Mariners. The A's, when it was all said and done, got John Jaso. And now he's back with the team that he started his professional career with. How about that? He was born in Wichita, Kansas, lives in Seattle.
And John Jaso had so many foul tips off his mask, he couldn't catch anymore. I don't know if he's ever been cleared to catch anymore.
No, I don't think he's going behind the plate anymore. He can still hit, though. I know that.
Yes, he can.
Every time I see a Pirate highlight, he's doubling off the right field wall.
And his hair gets longer every time you see it.
Letting that go.
He was on the field when Stephen Vogt took one today, so I'm sure he was sympathetic. The catcher getting hit hard. We hope Voter is okay.
2-2 pitch is a fastball at 99 miles an hour, but it's outside.
An easy 99, and that makes it nice.
Chop to Simeon. Big hop, throws across. Longoria is retired. One out here in the 8th inning. So that'll bring up Logan Morrison.
Now batting, number 7, Logan Morrison.
So here's Logan Morrison for his 4th at bat. He's 1 for 3, had a single in the 3rd. Treinen's first pitch is a fastball, lots of movement, catches the inside corner. Boy, 98 on the velocity, and you saw the great movement. That's a wonderful pitch to throw to left-handed hitter.
Oh, yeah.
They don't want a lot to do with it. What do we say, Ray? They haven't been swinging at it for 100 years. One and one to Logan Morrison. And now 2 and 1. So Gossett goes 7 innings. It was a good 7 innings. 7 hits, 3 runs. He's not going to get a win tonight, but he pitched well.
Well, he's not getting a lot of run support. Left his last game trailing 3-0. This game trailing 3-1.
So 3 and 1. Morris will be sitting on 1 pitch. That's Chris Smith, and Chris Smith is going to pitch tomorrow.
He's got a flat bill cap.
Yes, he does. On Wednesday at 4:30, Chris Wondolowski and the Quakes continue their race toward the playoffs against one of the top players in the league, Bradley Wright Phillips, and the New York Red Bulls. The home of the authentic Earthquakes fan is NBC Sports California. So the Earthquakes will be in New York. So will we. And a close pitch. And it's a walk. Very close pitch. And Morrison aboard with 1 out.
Well, it's so close that Morrison should have been heading to first base automatically.
Now batting,
Did not come back, as that shot indicated.
Sousa Jr.
So here's Steven Sousa Jr. One for 3 with a home run. Rays as a team 6th in the league in runs scored, 3rd in the league in home runs. They have struck out the most. So they are number 1 in total strikeouts. The A's are number 2. They're 2nd in slugging, 7th in on-base percentage. So they rely on the long ball much like the A's do. So 0-2 to Sousa. Love that jacket.
Swinging A's. Thank you, Monty Moore. Monty came up with a name. To see the white shoes, it's Carolyn Kaufman, who was Charlie's all-time secretary. As Monty said, Charlie Finley said, "Hey, Moore. Hey, Moore, what was that thing you said?" Swinging A's. He said he never called him Monty. Always Moore.
Infield looking for a hard ground ball. That one not close. 97 miles an hour. 2-2 the count. That's Brad Miller waiting. Trinan is ready. And that one's close but inside, so now a full count. Morrison, the runner at first. And he goes. The pitch is rolled foul. We'll do 3-2 again. Kevin Cash starting the runner that time.
I think he believes that Souza's going to make at least some contact tonight. Home run, a couple of outs on the ground.
Hit hard. Chapman has a tip off his glove. Simeon picks it up, throws to second, and they got him. So Marcus Simeon staying with it, and he made a very nice play.
5-4, 5-6-3, 4-7, or 5-6-4. And Marcus Simeon, great recovery, nice stretch by Jed Lowry, becoming a first baseman and stretching nicely. Morrison was not running. If he's running, it's a base hit.
So you start him on the pitch before.
Yeah.
It's bad luck. Miller takes a first pitch strike, 97 miles an hour. Miller hitless tonight. A couple of ground outs and a fly ball to left field. So the A's with a couple more shots here, just trailing by 2. Chris Davis in left field is there, and that will do it. So a runner left, bottom of the 8th coming up. It'll be Chapman, Bregman, and Joyce. 3-1 the Rays lead.
California is brought to you by the 2017 Jeep Cherokee with an EPA estimated 30 highway miles per gallon. By Southwest, yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. By Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places. By AAA. What does your insurance do when it's not doing insurance? It should do more. Go to AAA.com for more details. And by the all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica.
Game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. 3-7-2 for the Rays. 1-1-0 for the A's. Chris Davis with a home run, and that was in the 4th inning. The only hit, the only run for the A's. Odorizzi was very good. Daniel Gossett was good. 3 earned runs in 7 innings. So a new pitcher, it's Tommy Hunter. So the bullpen for the first time for the Rays as he faces Matt Chapman. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake expert. So here is Tommy Hunter. Having a good year, 1.95 ERA for Hunter. Right on the corner, so 2-1 to Matt Chapman. Chapman a strikeout and a foul out, so he's 0 for 2. Hit to the right side. Morrison with a nice play, flips to Hunter, 1 away. And that'll bring up Brugman.
A lot of the problems for the young kids, players seeing pitches for the first time. Guys that have been around know how to pitch. Of course, Odorizzi as a starter, 7 solid innings. It's amazing, the 1 hit, the home run, and that's it. A couple of walks and a couple of errors, but the A's have not done anything offensively tonight.
And Odorizzi retired the final 7 batters that he faced. So 8 consecutive A's have gone down as Brugman takes a strike on the outside corner. Remember Tommy Hunter when he was the starter with the Rangers quite a few years ago. Chavarria slides to his right. So a couple of ground ball outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And now to the top of the order, Matt Joyce.
Now batting, right fielder, number 23.
Michael Brady is throwing out in the A's bullpen. So see if Joyce can get aboard, get the tying run to the plate. Just a touch inside. Joyce has walked, he has fouled out, and he has popped out. So he's 0 for 2. To the screen. Good swing by Matt Joyce.
Well, one thing we talked about, Cap, the success of the Tampa Bay Rays throughout the time they've been in Florida, pitching. And tonight's another example about the pitching of Odorizzi, the starter. They'll go to the bullpen, and if Hunter can get through this inning, he's going to see Colomé.
Yeah, they're 5th in the league in team ERA. And they always seem to be in the top 5 or 6.
Jim Hickey, longtime pitching coach. Seen a lot of good ones, and been a lot of good ones traded away, but they still keep coming up with them.
There's a strike.
Chris Archer's name has always surfaced as a possible trade, but I agree with you, Cap. They're going to be more of the buying, if anything, or just status quo in the last couple of months of the season.
Two to Joyce. Tommy Hunter trying to have a 3-up, 3-down inning. Joyce has worked the count full. Simeon waiting in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to hit. Payoff pitch is hit hard, just foul. Yeah, one of the young pitchers that kind of next in line for the Rays we're going to see tomorrow night, the left-hander Blake Snell, who everybody thinks very highly of. He has not really put it together just yet. Jake Faria, another very young pitcher, a right-hander, is going to pitch on Wednesday, so there's more coming. That's Blake Snell, lefty. So a walk. So it'll be Blake Snell and Chris Smith in Game 2 of the series. We'll have it for you right here on NBC Sports California. Coverage starts at 6.
Number 10.
Brian Anderson, who works with Dwayne Satz on the Tampa Bay TV, said, I'm pulling for Chris Smith tomorrow night. I don't care what anybody says. I'm working for the Rays, but I'm going to pull for Chris Smith. Said anybody makes a start at 36, and that's your first major league start. And I said, you got to see a second one tonight or tomorrow night.
Well, we appreciate them pulling for him.
That's right. We all like the fact Chris Smith is a gamer a long time. And
because I was not pulling for Jake Odorizzi tonight.
I was not either.
Sorry.
I agree.
Maybe they're nicer than we are.
No. It's just, I think Brian Anderson just appreciates someone who has endured a long battle at the major league level or just in professional baseball.
Santiago Casilla, just in case he's decided to string some hits together here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Tied the game, you could bring him in. 1-2 to Marcus, who has hit a pair of fly balls to center field, and he has popped to short. 0 for 3.
It's been a quiet night for Dominic down there, the MLB authenticator, and Eric Farrell. They're leaning on the side. Don't work tonight, so nothing's really been exciting for them. Exciting enough to authenticate some baseballs. Marcus trying to stay alive as he checks his swing on this one.
So 2-2. And Marcus Semien on a foul tip, hung on by Sucre, and the side is retired. 9th inning coming up, still 3-1 the Rays lead.
Battle of the Bay, presented by Gilead the Sciences, as the A's host the Giants July 31st and August the 1st. Bay Area supremacy is on the line as we rekindle memories of 1989. Plus, exciting action before the game on Championship Plaza with food trucks, DJs going head-to-head for Bay Area bragging rights. Be a part of history. Visit athletics.com/Bay.
So 3-1, top of the 9th inning. The A's have brought in Michael Brady. And Michael Brady will face Plouffe, Hechavarria, and Sucre. Colomé, the closer, starts to warm up for the Rays. Alex Colomé. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up and brake experts. So appearance number 7 for Michael Brady. Brady last pitched on July 3. Brugman's there. And he makes the catch. So it's been a while for Michael Brady. Colomé getting ready.
Now batting for 11, Danny Hechavarria.
Here's Hechavarria. All games are final, except for the Indians and the Giants on the other side of the bay. The Indians get to stay in the Bay Area for a week.
Yes, they do.
So they seem pretty happy about that. Play the A's for 3, the Giants for 3.
And the Rays and the Indians stay in the same hotel. We're in San Francisco, to the point that Ryan Anderson said he, of course, lives in Cleveland, played for Cleveland, working for the Rays. And he said, boy, they were not a very happy group after being swept by the A's. A's played well against the Indians over the weekend.
The Indians lost 4 in a row. 0-2 the count to Hechavarria. Just a touch outside. In the bottom of the 9th, it'll be Alonso, Davis, and Lowry. After Lowry would be Healy. So the A's will have the big hitters coming up. Strike 3 call right on the outside corner. Good pitch by Brady.
I love that, partner. You called that before the umpire did.
I knew it. I knew it. Well, weekdays, Greg Papa, Ray Watter, and Kelly Johnson bring you the Happy Hour. It's also available to listen live and as a podcast on NBCSportsBayArea.com. 2 away for Sucre. First pitch, like a little cut fastball at 88 for strike. Sucre 0 for 2. He had a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd. And a runner to 3rd with 1 out. That was actually that was in the 7th inning. But the Rays could not get that run home. Brady jumps ahead of Sucre 1-2. Brugman shifted over toward right center for Sucre. That one's hit well to left center. Chris Davis isn't going to get it. One hops the wall. Sucre is going to have a double. Sucre not really known for his offense, but he hit that ball well. And he's got the 8th hit.
Well, not a run the A's want to give up in this inning after that curveball hung right in the middle of the plate for Sucre. And you're right, more of a defensive catcher. This time able to crush a ball left center. He is flying. He's about 8 seconds to first. I told you I was going to hit a double.
So now the top of the order, Malik Smith. Smith has a chance to knock in a run.
The outfield can play shallow. Sucre not able to, or doesn't run fast. And well, you have to be able to make a play if that's the case. But more than anything, the A's would like to get back in the dugout trailing by 2. Colomé has also already blown 1 save this year against the A's.
One and one now. Colomé is not alone. Chase Whitley, another right-hander, starts to throw. Rays only have 1 lefty in their bullpen. They got 6 right-handers. When we were there, they did not have Brad Boxberger. He's been on the disabled list, but he's back. Pretty good reliever. So that's a pretty good addition as well. So Boxberger is out there.
And he was their closer. Got hurt. Colomé took over.
So 1-2 the count. Malik Smith, a ground out, a walk, a fly ball, and a fielder's choice. He has scored a run. Close pitch at 87 miles an hour. So the count even at 2-2 to Malik Smith. 3-2. Malik Smith, the everyday center fielder in place of Kevin Kiermaier.
So the guy in the on-deck circle, it's not a piece of cake in Dickerson, so that's why Brady, after getting the first 2 batters, doubled by Sucre, got 3-2 on this hitter.
Brady kicks and deals. Foul territory. Chapman reaches up, makes the catch. Side retired, so last shot for the A's. They trail 3-1. It'll be Alonso, Davis, and Lowry.
Telecast is presented by authority of the Oakland Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
Well, fans, join us for the fireworks show that shall not be named. That's on Saturday, July the 29th. It's Witches and Wizards take over the ballpark for fireworks presented by Xfinity. Following the Twins-A's game at 6:05, fans come down to the field for a night of considerable magic and glee. Fireworks full of witches and wizards. What could be more enchanting? For tickets, visit athletics.com/tickets. Oh, can't wait for that. Witches and Wizards.
So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. So here's the closer, Alex Colomé, 26 saves, 4 blown saves. As Ray mentioned, one of those against the Athletics.
Boy, the A's had a chance against him in the series finale. Kite, you remember, I know, it's a great memory that you have. The A's loaded the bases with 1 out. The kids got on base. They load the bases with 1 out. And
there's a shot headed for the gap in right center field. To the wall, and Yonder's going to have a double. So good start to the bottom of the 9th for the A's.
And you work the count. You get the fastball that he's looking for. Now Colomé's going to face the tying run at the plate as he throw a fastball hard, but down the middle. Yonder Alonso, just a second hit for the Athletics tonight. The other solo home run, but this is a good start in the 9th inning. He's trying to come back again in the game on the 11th, the final game of the series, the Sunday afternoon. Bases loaded, 1 out in the 9th inning. Could not score.
So here's Chris Davis. Davis got a hanger and took it for a strike.
So it's a fastball, a 4-seam fastball, cutter. And that was the cutter. And a changeup. But basically everything hard. And that was a pitch to tie the game.
Good breaking ball there. A little better location, and he gets a swinging strike. 0-2.
Got him away out of the strike zone.
Colomé, his 26 saves are the most in the American League. Only the Rockies' Greg Holland has more in all of baseball. But he does have the 4 blown saves.
Could he get 5? Do I hear 5?
On deck is Lowry, then Healy. That one chopped toward third. Longoria charges, and he throws to first for out number 1. That's a good play by Longoria, simply because he charged it and did not allow himself to get a bad hop.
He charged to get the good hop, exactly right. And he does this as well as anybody, where he went in and got the good hop and flipped to first base with the shortstop. It's Maria covering third base after he vacated third. Put the runner back.
That's a short hop, right? Those are not the difficult plays. It's the in-between hop.
Yeah. But you want a Gold Glove, you play as well as he does at third. That's just a play that he makes without any hesitation.
So 1 away for Lowry. Lowry swung at a ball, pitch in the dirt. For 3 for Jed Lowry. Long look by Colomé. Now he's got what he wants. On the right side, Plouffe has it. He flips to first for the second out. So Alonso goes to third. Make sure you stay tuned for A's Post Game Live, presented by State Farm, coming up right after the game. So
Designated hitter.
no reason to go anywhere else. You're right here on NBC Sports, California. So here's Healy, last chance for the Athletics. If he can get aboard, Bruce Maxwell would hit. That one in the dirt, and Alonso's going to come in, and Alonso's going to score. So it's 3-2. I don't think my partner Ray Fossey's going to be impressed with this block attempt. Am I right or am I wrong?
See, when you're on one knee, that's you know, all night he's been on one knee, and he got burnt in the 9th inning. You just cannot get on one knee and expect to block a ball in the dirt.
But that ball really wasn't even in the dirt out in front of him.
Exactly. If he had gone after it, you're right. But just the fact that he's on one knee makes it even worse.
So the A's now make it a one-run game. 1-1 the count to Healy.
Well, July the 23rd. How about Ryan Healy last year against Colomé? Gone. Jake Smolinski had also done it right before him. Gave up a home run to Smolinski down the left field line. And Healy with the walk-off.
Now 3-1. So Healy, he has it in a hitter's count.
He's not going to get a fastball. Probably get a cutter, something other than the fastball.
On the ground is short. Echeverria scoops it up. Throw in time, and that's the ball game. So the A's get one in the 9th, but come up just a little bit short. Game 1 goes to the Rays. So the Rays have won 5 out of their last 6. They are now just 2 games back of first place in the AL East. Time of game was 2 hours and 48 minutes. The attendance 9,736. Final score in game 1 of the series: the Tampa Bay Rays 3 and the Oakland Athletics 2. Stay tuned for A's post-game live presented by State Farm. It's Brody Brazil, Bip Roberts, Dallas Braden standing by. Guys.
Nice play.